Hi, welcome to Main Street Macro. I'm Neela Richardson, and welcome to the start of summer, which brings with it the start of theme park season, where adventure seekers line up for the latest thrill seeking roller coaster rides and the adrenaline rush of all those ups and downs. Well, for labor market watchers like myself, the jobs market has had plenty of ups and downs, and it's left companies, employees, and job seekers looking for stability. The key question going into the summer season is how tight the labor market is and how companies can actually recruit and retain talent in this ultra tight labor market. So, we have a new report from the ADP Research Institute which tells us what the data is saying about the five things companies are doing now to hire and fill that headcount. 45 million people quit their jobs last year. That's up from 36% before the pandemic. So the five things are needed now more than ever. Here's the first thing companies are doing. They are recalling back laid off and furloughed workers. And that happened almost right after the start of the pandemic. We saw a big surge of companies calling back laid off workers in May and June of 2020. But after that big surge, it was more of a steady pace that picked up a little bit in the fall of 2021, but still remains pretty slow and steady. And that means many workers are still on the sidelines that had jobs in 2019. So that leads us to the second thing companies are doing. They're posting more jobs. And in fact, job openings are at a record high. Nearly 30 million private sector jobs were posted last year. That's up from a year earlier. The third thing that companies are doing now are increasing the words in that job posting. They're making them longer, lengthier, in order to really sell and tout the workplace culture and make it attractive for employees to come back to the office. And the fourth thing that companies are doing is they're lowering minimum requirements. In fact, the minimum working requirements of job postings shrank from 5.8 years of experience to just 4.3 years of experience. And the final thing that companies are doing to make work more attractive again for workers, what is it? You guessed it, they're paying more, especially for in demand skills like truck drivers, registered nurses, and for all you e commerce shoppers out there, stockers and order fillers. So while this lit jobs market has been a roller coaster, employers are trying to find ways to make it a more steady and stabilizing labor market for their businesses. For Main Street, that means taking the right job with the right compensation, and that makes for a much more stable labor market going forward. Thanks for watching the Main Street Macro. For more insights on the week ahead and a deep dive in that great report that we just launched this Monday on missing workers, please go to adpri.org.